100 years ago, the Minnesota Correctional Facility at Stillwater opened its doors. It was a state-of-the-art prison, one of the first prisons to feature the so-called telephone pole design with cell blocks that adjoined a long central corridor. Living units were light and well ventilated, and the prison had workshops to occupy offenders and teach them a trade. Over the years, offenders at Stillwater have manufactured hundreds of different items, including twine and farm equipment.
I think it did represent a new kind of thinking in corrections. They were moving away from the penitentiary model where prisoners were having to repent for their crimes in sort of a religious way, and into more of an industrial model where prisoners would learn skills and abilities that would serve them well when they were released from prison.
A century later, the tradition of excellence and innovation continues at Stillwater. Today, the workshops produce docks for the public landings on Minnesota's 10,000 lakes, as well as parts for the state's fleet of snowplows. The facility houses over 1,600 offenders, providing opportunities for employment, education, even treatment for conditions like chemical dependency.
It's about preparing the offenders who are coming to prison, whatever their length of stay is going to be released someday and to have some positive interactions while they're here. It's detrimental for everyone, not only to the offender, but certainly to the public when you are just warehousing offenders and doing nothing but doing time.
Run, 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 run! There's no time to waste! I need it now!
Staff at Stillwater participate in cutting-edge training, like this class, which is designed to teach correctional officers how to communicate with mentally ill offenders during times of crisis. In the 21st century, this historic facility is a living institution because of the philosophy which is shared by every staff person in the Department of Corrections.
A commitment to excellence, not only for the department, for this facility, and it's so important. And you walk around and you see people that are proud of what they do, whether it's working in the block or providing treatment to a guy or a teacher or an administrator who walks through doing their weekly rounds.
The people who work at Stillwater are committed to keeping Minnesota safe. They know that 95% of the offenders they work with will be released into the community someday, and the work they do will play a part in the type of citizen that offender becomes.
They are people who have made mistakes. I'm not here to judge no one. I'm just here to safeguard and make sure that everyone's safe and the program is going, but I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to make sure that everyone's safe.
You know, I think that we're very responsible for putting the verb correction into corrections. You know, that's our name, that's our philosophy, and we can't give up because it's hard.
Have you ever had a moment when you finished up a working day and thought, you know what, this work I do here really matters?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, unfortunately, it was an incident where somebody was trying to hurt themselves, and not only myself, but plenty of other staff. You know, we saved that individual, and it didn't occur to me until the drive home, when you unwind with the drive home, that wow, we worked as a team and we saved that kid. And you know something, that's not something you could say every day. I gave that young man, along with the other staff I was with, that we all gave that young man, his family, a chance to see him again.